I'm Ava Goldfarb. I'm in 12th grade at the Dwight School, and I would like to start this interview. Who are you guys? Please introduce yourselves.
Hey, I'm Mr. C, and most of you know me. I think I'm the director of Upper School Theater Productions and the Master Theater Program at Dwight.
I'm Sophia Conger. I graduated Dwight in 2014, and I'm a filmmaker.
Sophia, so tell me how you got involved with Take Care.
So I actually wrote, directed, produced a TV pilot, and Mr. Terrence Christgau, was in a part of it, and graciously got involved, and we've started to see each other and more as creative partners and less so as like teacher student role.
Yeah, absolutely.
Then he after that experience, Mr. Christgau asked me if I wanted to get involved in making some sort of movie with the Dwight students. I know that we were in sort of a pickle because you guys couldn't go into school or couldn't put on a show in the same way you normally would.
So tell me about your role as the assistant director, editor of our little film.
I was really just Mr. C's wingman. I mean, I think that Mr. C had an idea and, obviously selected the plays, chose which scenes from the plays, chose the order, and I was there to help execute.
So that's a good segue to the idea behind the project, which I ran by Sophia first, actually. Sophia, I still have it on my phone. I sent this video that went sideways of hey, why don't we shoot it like this? And she's like, great idea. And so that's what we started to do. That meant for everybody listening here that we had to order black fabric and cut them into sizes and send them out to everybody's home. We had to have phone clamps so that people could film with their iPhone, framing themselves on a black background while we and their scene partners were on Zoom in the same room. It's a really complex process. I'd say that no professional actor ever had to do that before.
We've talked a lot about the practicality, but Mr. C, can you elaborate on the idea of Take Care and what kind of brought you?
I'm glad you asked. Thanks. I want to say that, first of all, I was thinking about that as I'm watching the footage. I'm like, how did these kids do this? They didn't have that whole experience. There's no audience feedback and that energy. So I wanted to make sure that making the film Take Care, just a name I came up with, I came up with it because we have to take care of each other. We do right now. We know that more than any other time in my life. And so I wanted to do something. So the theme for all of these shows either shows you what happens when you do take care of one another, or life when people take care of one another, or when you don't, sometimes comically, sometimes seriously. And there's a lot of really important themes. I think the big thing to say to the audience is that this is a collage or montage of scenes that are intercut one within the other. So you don't see a linear, all the scenes from The Time of Your Life, all the scenes from Happy Journey, and all the scenes from Good Person of Szechuan. You see a collage of these scenes, and hopefully if we do our job well, and I'm sure we will get we will get an interconnected piece of fabric. It's almost like a piece of fabric or a piece of jazz music or something, less so than just a linear bunch of scenes. That's what we're hoping for. So that's it. I really hope everybody, as many people as possible, see it and celebrate the work of all the wonderful cast. I hope so.
All right, a big thank you to both of you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.